Well, it's been a while. Welcome back to the Scratch Paper channel where we explore interesting products. I know I've been kind of lacking with the content because I've been so busy with my main channel and all other projects that honestly, I just don't have any excuse. I mean, look at my hair. I definitely need a haircut and I still have to find time for that. But anyway, I know I said I'm not going to review just headphones and earbuds, but such is the nature of this channel that the things that I am interested in right now happen to be in that category. So if you haven't followed me on my main channel, I actually just reviewed, I would call it kind of like a sharing the experience, not necessarily a review of the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. So it's a great phone. I absolutely love it. So I've actually been using this phone for about a month now as my daily. Yes, I've been using this as my daily, and my iPhone has just been sitting in my desk. You know, I still use it mostly for iMessages and for checking social media, which if you watch the video, you'll see why. This video isn't about that. This video is about what I've been using with the S23 Ultra, since my Airpods Pros are basically for the iPhone. Now, for a time, I actually used this and paired this with the S23 Ultra, which worked fine. But because it's also paired with my Apple devices, it does favor connecting to those devices versus the S23, which can be quite frustrating. So what I did was, just watch some videos and see if there's anything that I could probably use with the S23. And this popped up. This is the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. These are obviously made for the OnePlus phone, which I don't have and I have no experience with. Can I just say that this particular color that I got looks amazing. This is the Arbor Green color. It definitely has that premium feel. The AirPods Pros feel heftier. This is lighter and a little bit bigger. The mechanism for opening the case does not feel cheap, unlike the Beats Fit Pros. They feel very cheap. The color matches the S23 Ultra somewhat. It's a good pair. This is the green one, and this is the OnePlus Buds. Okay, so they look very similar to the AirPods Pros. If you really look at it, the AirPods Pros are slightly bigger than it. But otherwise, form factor is the same. It has the same sensors here. I think a few microphones, but I do like this very shiny finish at the end. I like this aspect of it. So I know a lot of people have been complaining about the AirPods Pros falling out of their ears. This, in my opinion, fit a lot better. It just feels a lot more secure and the seal is good. I thought my ears are gonna feel uncomfortable after wearing them for a little bit. All day yesterday, I basically wore them and I was surprised to find that they were just as comfortable as the AirPods Pro. So I guess it really would depend on your fit and how it feels for you. If you're spending almost $200 for a pair of premium earbuds, then you expect a level of performance from them. So I'm very happy to say that they actually, in my opinion, sound much better than the AirPods Pros. I was really surprised by this because to me, the AirPods Pros sound really, really good. It's hard to imagine any other wireless earbuds to sound better without paying much more than the almost $200 AirPods Pros. But the OnePlus Buds Pro 2 do just that. They sound richer. I feel like there's just more detail. And I was really surprised when I put them on and I listened to them side by side. I have the OnePlus connected to my Ultra and the AirPods connected to my iPhone. I use Apple Music because if you compare it to Spotify, Apple Music does stream a higher quality type of sound. And if you're using AirPods Pros to listen to that higher quality music or sound quality, you will definitely hear it. I think like 20-25% better than the AirPods Pros. Now, if you think about it, it doesn't sound that much, but when you're listening to something, like most headphones and earbuds sound okay, right? When you're not paying attention. But when you pay attention, that 20-25% does make a difference in the listening experience. If you enjoy AirPods Pros, the sound at least, you will enjoy this. Now, why did I say at least the sound? Because it does fall short in some of the features, such as the ANC, sound transparency, and some other stuff. So let's talk about the sound transparency first. That's the biggest disadvantage that you get compared to the AirPods Pros. It's not terrible, but it's not great. This almost enhances your environment, so you can really hear details when sound transparency is on. For this one, it just feels like you hear a little bit more of the background, but you still get that sensation that you obviously you have something in your ear, and you definitely don't forget that when you're wearing these. You hear some of the sound, but sometimes you wonder, like, is it on or off? So it just works okay. I think that's the biggest thing. The ANC itself is decent. It's not bad. It's kind of crazy how we compare performance of earbuds and headphones based on how silent everything can get. I get it. But for me, I buy these for, well, obviously the convenience, but also the sound quality. I think that's the most important thing. Fit and sound quality, because that's where I want most of my money to go. Your earbuds and headphones can have the best ANC, but if they sound like crap, they sound like crap. So these have decent ANCs. They're not better than the AirPods Pros, but they're not terrible. You can press on the stem. They function basically the same way as the AirPods Pros, which is great because I think it's intuitive. The chimes are a different sound, obviously. I'd say much gentler than the AirPods Pros, which makes it really pleasant when you're controlling it. However, they're so gentle sometimes that you're not even sure if they are engaged. So the chime that you hear when you turn ANC off or on, or transparency on, is pleasant to hear, but you can't really hear it sometimes, especially when you're listening to music with just decent volume. Speaking of volume, for the AirPods Pros, I'm usually hovering around the 40 to 60% volume. For the Buds, it would be a little bit less, like maybe 10% less, just because they can get much louder than the AirPods and you get more detail and the bass is just much bigger. I've always thought that these sound good. Now that I've listened to this, the AirPods Pros are more balanced. This is still balanced, but you get a little bit more on the low end, which I think a lot of people prefer. The great thing about that is if you don't prefer it, they also have an app that you can use with the Buds, which I'll show you right now. And it's called the Hey Melody app. So you get an EQ control. You can turn on and off the noise cancellation, a personalized noise cancellation. I haven't tried that one yet. You get the golden sound feature. Golden sound is basically a tailored adjustment to the sound based on your ear canal. It's a pretty cool test. It might take about 5 minutes to complete, but it'll give you a profile, 2 profiles, basically one that they think you'll like and one which is a default. And when I did mine, there is a huge difference. And I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. This is really unique. The Zen Mode Air, when you squeeze the stem for 3 seconds or so, it'll start to play white noise. What's cool about that white noise is you have a choice of white noise to play. So when you don't want to listen to music, when you're doing something, you just want some white noise, you can just squeeze the stem for 3 seconds, and whatever white noise you choose in the app, it'll just start playing. It's really cool. I actually really enjoy this feature. I mentioned that the bass on these are actually quite significant and they sound good. And that's set to the default setting, as you can see here. I haven't given this enough time to actually try this out, but the bold setting, there's a serenade and a bass setting, which increases the bass. I think the balanced profile sounds really good. Out of the box, they just sound good already. There's actually a bass wave toggle right here. I've worked out in the last 2 days using the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. That's one of the things that I struggle with because the name is just so confusing to me. It's a bunch of words that you put together but make no sense. I mean, if you separate the words, it's OnePlus Buds Pro 2. It just doesn't roll off the tongue as easily, I guess. So in case you're wondering what Dyne Audio is, it's a Danish company that make speakers basically, and apparently they're really good. So they've partnered with OnePlus to deliver or create this really nice pair of earbuds. So a couple of things that I like about these is the fit. The design in general is just great. There is one thing that this doesn't have that I do miss from the AirPods Pros, and it's the fact that you cannot control the volume using the stems. So there's no touch control here compared to the AirPods Pros. And I remember when this first came out, I was kind of not excited over that feature. But then I realized that it was actually really handy. The battery life, I feel, is good. I mean, I've not used this long enough, but yesterday I had them on pretty much the entire day. And as a matter of fact, even this morning I was using them. And just today I checked, I have like 1% left battery charge on the case. When I bought it 2 days ago, I didn't even charge it. So I didn't get to check what the percentage was. I like that it connects really fast to my Ultra, but there is a slight delay compared to the AirPods. When you press the stem, if you turn the ANC on or off, I feel like there's a slight delay compared to the AirPods Pros. And also when you take one earbud off, it doesn't stop the music automatically like right away. And compared to this, there's just a slight delay in almost all the other features. except for connecting to the phone, which I think is a great thing. I think for $179, this is a really great option for people who want good sound, especially if you don't really care for the other features. Now, it's going to be a hard sell if you're looking for a more feature-rich product. So this you can use almost any day. They're going to sound good. The connection is awesome. The features are great. Sound transparency is probably like the biggest thing for me. And noise cancellation is top notch too. If you enjoy sound, I would say this is a good pick. And also consider this, when you're listening to good sound, you don't really care for the rest of the features. You just want to hear your music. And if that's what you're looking for in a completely wireless earbuds that connects really well and has all the extra features as well, maybe not as good as the AirPods Pros, but have features like that, this is a good buy. And I just looked at the website right now, and it actually says on the OnePlus website that you can save 20% off if you use a code. It's store app 20 through the OnePlus store. Honestly, I haven't checked that store out, but for 180 bucks and then 20% off, I think this is a really good option. So I guess that's it for today. I just wanted to share this little piece of tech that I've been enjoying in the last few days. I know it's still early. I'm still kind of figuring this out and discovering more things about it, but so far, I really enjoy it. I think it's a good option for people who aren't looking for the AirPods Pros and want to spend a little bit less, but still get amazing sound. It's been a while since I visited this channel, and I was actually pleasantly surprised to see that I have new followers and subscribers. So I really appreciate that. Help me grow this channel by sharing this and also obviously subscribing. Thanks again for watching. See you guys soon.